Hello, are you on the fence about getting a Yamaha MODX-8 or the Fantom 08? Well, why don't you just get both? Yeah, if you can't get both, here's 10 differences between the two instruments. Number one, the MODX is wider and it is taller. The Fantom is longer. Both instruments weigh about the same. The Fantom is 2 pounds heavier, and it does feel heavier because it's denser. Density. Number two, the input labels on the Fantom are located on the top rail, which is very, very convenient. On the MODX, they are located behind the instrument. I had an issue on stage once where someone was helping and they plugged into the wrong input. I had no sustain pedal for the first 3 songs of the set, so that might make a little bit of a difference. The Fantom has sample pads. And they are fun to play around with. The MODX does not have sample pads. However, in this big open space on the MODX, on stage in live situations, I use a JDXI. Actually fits right there on the MODX, so you have that big open space. Alternatively, I use a Lester K rotary pedal there, so that space does come in handy. The Fantom, the keys have ridges, and that tactile sense can be felt. It's kind of hard to see in video on the camera. That's not there on the MODX, and there have been times when I was playing and I get a little bit of a rub right there. Could just be me, but it happens sometimes. So there is a little bit of a difference in the feel between the keys of the two instruments. The sequencer, the MODX has a sequencer. And it's pretty easy to load songs into them. On stage we use it to do this song. You press record and you record your part. There is a TR rec and a step sequencer here on the Fantom. So this is the first sequence that I've done. The Fantom has 8 sliders. The MODX only has 4. Well, obviously that's twice as many, so that gives me twice as many performance options than on the MODX. The screen on the MODX is much larger than the screen on the Fantom. And does that make a difference? It can, because it gets kind of cramped when you're looking at that many options. That said, the pictures on the Fantom are absolutely beautiful. I love the way that they look. On the MODX, to get access to the categories, they're on the screen: piano, keyboard, organ, guitar, bass, strings, brass, and so forth. On the Fantom, those are located on the instrument itself. So you just press the button and there you go. The Fantom has filter options. You have direct control of your oscillator, amplifier, and in addition to that, on the screen, it's very nice. You can see your parameters as you adjust them on the screen. On the MODX, you have attack, decay, release, and reverb, and you access those by pressing a button. So it's not, obviously not as convenient. You have to press a button to get access to them. The velocity is pretty much comes on the Fantom. On the MODX, your presets are going to come in all hard. You can adjust them. That was an issue for me at first, but it turns out that it's not an issue at all. It's something that's adjustable. The biggest issue, not an issue, but it's the biggest difference between these two instruments, is the location of the pitch bend and mod wheel. On the MODX, they're located on the left side of the instrument, and they work beautifully. They're not illuminated. The ones on the Fantom are illuminated. However, illumination does not mean that they're engaged. But having it located on the left side, it's so much easier. I mean, that's where it should be. There's S1 and S2 function switches also right here. So for me, that is a big thing, having it right there. So to recap, the size, the MODX is wider and taller. The Fantom is longer. Both weigh about the same, but the Fantom is slightly denser feeling. The input labels, the top on the Fantom and on the MODX, they are behind the instrument. The Fantom has sample pads. The MODX has a nice open area where you can put another instrument or effect pedals. There's a tactile sensation sense difference with the Fantom keys compared to the MODX. The keys are very hard and brittle feeling. If you like it, hey, it's not a problem. I don't have a problem with MODX keys. The sequencer on the Fantom is step and TRX. The sequencer on the MODX is 16-part linear. There's 4 sliders on the MODX and 8 sliders on the Fantom. The screen size on the MODX is much larger and easier for your big fingers if you have them. However, the Fantom has filter options that are directly accessible from the instrument. Last but not least would be this location of the pitch bend and mod wheel. For me, that's a big thing. I love both instruments, and I wouldn't pick one over the other.